Welcome to the Work in Process podcast. Thank you for joining me again today on this episode. So, if you notice, on several episodes I've been sounding differently. On some episode my voice sounded faster, on some episode I sounded deeper, and all those kind of things. So if you notice those fluctuations, I'm still in the process basically. So I'm trying to understand my flow and how I can communicate quickly and still carry as much value in the same amount of time basically. So I want to enjoy the process. So I want to just basically I want to flow. So if you notice those fluctuations, then that means you're actually listening to me. There's no problem if some people enjoy the slower one and then some people enjoy the faster one. The main point is just that I'm passing across value to people. So let's go right into what we have for today. So I know there's a common quote that says keep your circle small and not everyone is your friend. Those, okay, if they are not adding value to you, cut them off and stuff like that. I know I said that also, and that is very true. But let me share with you what I think about community and how I want my community to be big. On the previous episode, I talked about community, sharing that I want my community to be very large and very big. In life, we function based on knowledge and information. So you can't grow beyond the level of information you have access to. And to me, one of the basic functions of community is information. So I remember when I was on campus and I told all my course mates emphatically that I would not like to be roommates with them. So how can I be seeing you throughout class and then we get back to the room and we are still the same set of people in the room? So we are talking about physics in class throughout, then we get back to the room, we are talking about physics. I don't want to be like that. I want to get back to my room and we are discussing about any other topic that is not just physics. I want to be very vast. I want to be very, very broad. I don't just want to be streamlined in my thinking. So I think the size of your community is dependent on the level of influence and impact you want to have. And the bigger your vision and your dream, the larger your community would get. You understand? So sometimes your community begins to expand the more you begin to expand your vision and your dream. So your community should be a safe place, a very okay place where you get to and you are free. I said on the last episode, I have some people in my community who only calls me once in 2 months. Some calls me every day, and I'm fine with either of them, and they are both equally important in my community. Some people call me when they want to laugh. Some people call me when they want to pour out their mind. They are still part of my community, and I enjoy it because only God knows when I will need something from them. Now, I'm not saying I'm keeping them around because I think I will need something from them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they are very important to me. I'm also important to them. So there's an exchange of value between both of us that keeps our relationship relevant. I hope you get what I'm saying, Sha. It may not be visible, in most settings, but we are creatures of community. We can't do without each other. We can't be self-made. I've said this over and over. There are no self-made people anywhere. So I think we should talk more on community, like with our friends, basically. Like, okay, are we building a community? Is this just friendship for school purposes? But, these are the real questions you should ask your friends. Like, what are we doing? I'm not saying you should make it look weird, but be very intentional about asking this kind of questions. It's going to seem weird at first, but looking at it in the long run, asking those intentional questions will actually strengthen your friendship. So remember, if you're going to build something very big and valuable, your community would also be big. And that is one of the opportunity that this podcast is giving to me. Like, the more people I get to listen to this podcast and engage with my content, the larger my community gets. So the moment they share, review and do stuff like that, then more people hears my opinion on stuff. Then some people reach out to me, then I can build a new network of people. Like, it's inevitable. The community will continue to expand. And I would encourage you, don't stop dreaming big, don't stop dreaming large. In case you are scared that you don't want people to enter into your life, just look for a certain set of characters and value in people. Over time, you begin to develop that kind of trust for them because you didn't just select them based on something you saw them do one time. You selected them because you spotted a trait in them that is not wavering. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but like you spotted a character in them that is consistent. So you should go more with people with consistent character than people that are spontaneous. So that's what I'll be talking about today. So I encourage you to keep dreaming big, keep dreaming large, and expect your community to grow bigger. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.